Hello friends, welcome to my new Bootstrap 3 tutorial series video. Friends, in our previous tutorial, we saw about the icons available in Bootstrap. So the type of icons we saw were glyph icons and font awesome icons. So if I show it on a browser, we saw that how we can apply the glyph icons and font awesome icons in our web page through Bootstrap. So moving ahead, in this tutorial, we will be looking into the drop downs. So I will open the drop down folder. So friends, what is a drop down menu? So in Bootstrap, a drop down menu is basically a toggleable menu which allows the user to select one value from a predefined list. So in order to demonstrate this drop down menu, let's code into our Sublime Text. So in the body element, I will be start coding. So first I will be creating a div. To this div I will provide a class of container, and inside this container I will create another div having a class of row, and inside this row I am creating a grid of 6 by 6 columns to demonstrate the different types of drop down menus available in Bootstrap. So here I will be creating one div having a class of column lg6, copying this. So here I have created a container, and inside that container I have created a row. So inside a row I have partitioned it into two columns having a width of 6 columns. So inside the first I will say create a well. So I'll just copy this and paste it here, and if I save it, so you can see there are two 6 width columns. Inside that there is a well. So I will be creating say different types of drop down into these wells. So let's see how the drop down look into the Bootstrap. So in order to create a drop down, first we will create a div. So to that div we have to provide a class of say drop down. So moving ahead, inside this drop down div we'll create a button. So basically this button will be a toggleable button. So I will provide it a class as btn dash primary. So as it is a toggleable button, we will give it a class as drop down dash toggle, and give it a type as button, and also one more attribute as data toggle equals drop down. So basically we are telling that toggle is in a form of a drop down. So this is what our button will contain. Now inside this button I will say create a text for it. So let's say we provide languages, and just below these languages what we'll do, we'll create a span. So this span will basically hold a class of caret. If I show you now on a browser, you can see it will look like something like this. So currently when I click this button, so nothing is happening. So let's see how this toggle will work. So outside this button we will create a unordered list. So let's create an unordered list. So to this we will provide a class of drop down menu, and inside this we will create a li element and having a anchor tag holding value of hash. So I will copy this 3-4 times, and to this I will provide different languages as Java, Scala, JavaScript, and say HTML. So if I save it, and in the browser, so in the browser you can see as soon as I click the button, so it toggled a menu, and from that we will be like can choose one of the element, and it's a list. So from a predefined list we can choose one of the elements. So basically this is a what we call it as a simple drop down. So to this I will just provide it a heading as simple drop down. So it shows a simple drop down. So moving ahead, so I will just copy this well and place it just below it, put it here. So now as you can see there is a drop down, so there is also a drop up menu. So we can say a drop up, and in order to create a drop up we have to just change the name of this class. So it will be a drop up, and if we do a save, go to browser, you can see the caret sign has been reversed, and if I click it, so this toggleable menu is just above this button. So this is basically a simple drop up menu. So moving ahead, I will just again copy this and I will paste it here. So as you can see, whenever we clicked on this button, the toggleable menu opened just below this button. So if we want to say open this menu to the right of say the parent element holding this button, for that we can do something like this. So in order to do that, what we have to do is, like, to this toggleable menu, what we'll do here, we'll give it a class as drop down dash menu dash right. So it will pull this drop down menu to the right, and we will just change this class as drop down again, and we'll give a text as simple drop down aligned right. And if I save it and open the browser, you can see that whenever I click, so this time this menu is appearing to the right of it, and also it is right to the parent well. So if this well would have expanded till end, then menu would have opened it here, but as the its parent element ending here, so whenever I click, the drop down comes to this side. So basically this is used for alignment of this drop down menu. So moving ahead, so I will just copy this well again and put it here. So here I will show something like simple drop down with, say, one of the link is active, with active link. So in order to make a drop down, say, with some active link, what we have to do, say suppose I want to whenever I click on the button, so the menu opens with Java as shown as selected by default. So what I will do for that, to this li element I will provide a class of active, and if I save and I go to the browser, so if I open it, you can see Java language is already been selected, or it's showing as it's been in active state. So moving ahead, so I will just again copy this, and now I will be putting it to my second 6 width column, so that I can show you the more drop down features. So I will just paste. So now, so here now what we will see, there is something, say, Java, Scala, JavaScript and HTML. So these are basically four of the list items. So in order to say sometimes requirement comes up to separate out these, to show that okay, the Java and Scala are of one language and JavaScript and HTML are some, say, other kind of language. So we can provide a separator also. So I will show it how we can do. So it will be simple drop down with separator. Here I will remove this class, and suppose after Scala I want to separate these two. So what I will do, I will again create a list tag and to this list tag I will provide a class of say divider. So this is just a one of the class present in Bootstrap, and if I save it and I will just remove this class, I'll just remove this class so you can see there is a small divider coming which is like separating this Java scalar from HTML JavaScript. So this is also one of the features available in this dropdown. And moving ahead, so what I will again just copy it, paste it below. So there can be a requirement that as soon as when the user clicks a button, so one of the field from this list is say not available, so and we don't want the user to click those field, so we can basically disable that particular list item. So in order to do that, what we can do is, so suppose I want to disable the JavaScript list item, so to this I will, in the li I will put a class as disabled. So and I will give a heading as disabled menu item, and if I save it and I go to my browser, if I open it, you can see that as soon as I hover over JavaScript, it shows that it's unclickable thing, so it's preventing me to click this. So this is also way of say making something good drop down menus. So moving ahead, now what I will do, I will just again copy this and paste it below. So what we can do is like what we discussed earlier, says Java and Scala are basically normal programming languages, and the JavaScript and HTML are say web designing language. So what we can do is like we can also separate them out based on a header. The drop down menu items can have header, so that we can distinguish between the different types of list items. So in order to do that, what we have to do is like say I will just copy this li element. So instead of divider, so there is a class as drop down header, and say suppose to this I give a name as programming. So what I will do, I will just change the name of this with header, and what I will do, I will just provide some dividers. So I will do something like a divider here, one more divider here, and I will just copy this header and place it in between these two dividers and give it as a name as say web design. And if I save it and again go to the browser, you can see, so you can see something like the programming having Java and Scala and web design having JavaScript and HTML. I will also remove this disabled thing. That's it. So this is also one of the way to say provide a header to this drop down menu. So and also one last thing we can see here is, say if I copy this again, so what we can, first I will save it and I will just give a heading as with negative tab index. So I will show it what is this negative tab index. So if I go to the browser, you can see when I open this and I hit a tab, so you can see I can select one of the things, so it shows something like this. So in order to prevent this tabbing over this drop down, we have to give it a tab index as say to a negative value. So I will do a tab index as say -1. I copy this and to Scala. Also I provide tab index manager. If I save it, you can see now if I do a tab, so it directly goes to JavaScript and HTML, but it didn't go to Java and Scala. So if I go it again, you will see after languages, instead of going to Java and Scala, it directly went to JavaScript and HTML. So this is basically we can prevent the tabbing over this drop down list to this tab index. So friends, go to this tutorial say 2 to 3 times, you can understand what is drop down in Bootstrap. Hope you like this video, so please do like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. Have a nice day. Thanks.